It's called professionalism, Dana. Speaking of which, why isn't this thing? Goddess damn it. Dana, did you charge my tourmaline at night? I told you, we charge this one in purest daylight between the hours of 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. You can't just shrug, Dana. You know what you did. Did you put sunscreen on it? I told you that negates the purpose. If one wants one's crystal charged properly, one must do it oneself, clearly. I hope none of our callers need an astral cleaning, because they shan't be able to get one due to my producer's fear of giving a crystal melanoma. Moving on. It looks like we have Jeff from a small but wealthy suburb on the east coast of the United States. You know, the kind that middle-class people drive through to dream about the life they could have had. Okay. Jeff, you're on the air.
Jeff?
Right. Go ahead, Jeff. What's brought you to us today?
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm Jeff. Look, I'm in a serious jam here. Is this the people that deal with spooky shit?
We talk about all kinds of problems here, Jeff. What's going on in your wealthy suburb?
Yeah, just to be safe, I can't tell you where I am, but believe me, it's nice. Anyway, okay, this is hard, but I might have just murdered something. A wee creature with my trash can lid. It looks like a tiny person, but I can't get it out of my head that it's not human. There's just something about it that's way, way off. I cannot go to prison, though. Not now. If Tiffany wins full custody of our girls, they'll end up gold-digging monstrosities or strung out in Madrid during their semester abroad. Both of those things are how I met and fell in love with Tiff, but it's not for our girls. They're good, smart kids, and she'll be all they have if I go to jail.
Jeff, slow down. Back to the creature. You think you killed it? What happened?
Well, normally Manuel takes out the trash, but I had to let him go to cover my legal fees, so I was doing it myself. I heard a rustling in the can, so I thought, okay, maybe raccoons had gotten back in there or something. I crept up real slow, leaned back, and took the lid off. But when I kicked the can, this tiny man thing, humanoid, whatever, popped up like a Kelly green blur. He yelled something about doubloons and a riddle, and instincts just took over. I swung the lid with everything I had. I thought he was holding, like, I don't know what I'd call it, a shillelagh? It ended up being an old-timey tobacco pipe.
All you did was hit him with a trash can lid? Are you sure you actually killed it, whatever it is? You know, Jeff, if this is in fact a person, you really should call the police.
No can do. I'd definitely go to jail for this. I'm under house arrest right now. I can't even get the can lid back because I freaked out and tossed it past my ankle bracelet range. I'm pretty sure it's dead, though. It's got surprisingly little body mass. The thing took off like a rocket from the lid and smacked into my shed. I heard some pretty nasty pops and what sounded like a heart breaking.
Did you check for a pulse?
I poked it a few times with a stick. I'm not sure I want to touch it. There really is just something off about it.
Jeff, first things first. Let's get to the bottom of this human or not human thing. Can you describe this entity's appearance in more detail?
Let's see. Hold on. I threw a tarp over it because it was creeping me out. Okay. Well, here's a fresh coat and a pair of trousers, the deepest, richest green these eyes have ever seen, and an aroma that speaks of the rarest air that graces the moors. He's got a wee top hat that looks as though 'twas growing from a fairy ring on his own head. And now, on this calm, still night, his fiery locks stir across his forehead as though dancing on a breeze over the cliffs of Moor.
Jeff, I think I know what's going on here. As you may well know, there's a class of Gaelic fairies, commonly known as
Whoa, you're not supposed to call them that anymore. It's a bunch of letters now, right?
What?
LGBT? Yeah, that's it. Oh, and Y. No, and sometimes Y. That's it. LGBT and sometimes Y.
No, Jeff, I said Gaelic fairies, like from Ireland.
I've been through 3 different sensitivity trainings, and sure, it's weird, but people can be gay and lick whatever they want to. And I would never say that they're not people. I'm telling you, this thing is definitely not human.
Okay, Jeff, let's get back to the problem. All I know is that you think you might have killed something, right? And you're worried about jail time because you don't want to lose partial custody of your daughters? How do you think I might be able to help?
Let's just hypothetically say it's definitely not human.
Okay.
I am a little horrified that you actually run a business for this, but how much would it run for me to get someone out here to discreetly dispose of this thing? So that there wouldn't be anything court admissible to link me and the can lid to it? Do you think it's immune to fire?
What? That's not what we do. Get a hold of yourself, Jeff. Is this what you were arrested for in the first place?
No, that was a totally non-violent offense, and I didn't even do anything. I was just borrowing sequentially larger amounts from different sets of investors to get myself into the big leagues. I was a respectable securities trader until they made up some fraud nonsense.
Jeff, I'm going to be honest. That sounds a lot like a Ponzi scheme.
Like a totally standard business practice? I know. My mentor did it for his whole career, and he's enjoying retirement so much nobody's seen or heard from him in years.
You know, Jeff, this is going to be hard to hear, but I think I'm getting the bigger picture. And as much as you're worried about your ex-wife's influence on your daughters, are you sure you're any better of an influence?
No, maybe I'm not. I don't know. I just wanted to provide for them. I didn't want my kids to grow up with a father that didn't have a Porsche. Too many children are forced to struggle through life like that.
If you think they're not growing up with the right values, this could be your chance to change that. You can do the right thing and call the police. Turn yourself in and your daughters will see that sometimes we all have to do what's right, even if it's hard. There's no easy way through life, Jeff. If you want to make them good, decent people, maybe you have to show them what that means in the first place. If you show them poise in the face of great responsibility now, that image could stick with them their whole lives. Maybe one day you'll even get out on excellent behavior and you can take them to Madrid yourself.
Can't. Too many outstanding warrants, especially in international markets.
Jeff?
You know, I wish I'd taken more time to look up at the stars on beautiful nights like this. I might never get the chance if I'm stuck in a cell my whole life.
Hey, Jeff, come on, buddy. The real stars are your girls, and they're going to grow up right, all because of your example.
Yeah, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Listen, thank you so much for the kind words and wisdom. I'm going to do it. For them. I'm going to turn myself in and plead guilty to... Oh, shit!
Jeff, what's happened?
It's moving! Oh, thank God! It's moving! It's moving! Okay. This might be okay after all. Hey, you okay? You took a nasty spill there. Sorry about the tarp. You just looked cold and I thought you could use a blanket.
Your daughters, Jeff.
Oh, my God. No, forget about that. We're fine. I feel so dumb. Can you hear him? He's got a really thick accent. He's just an immigrant. That's why he seemed off. It all makes sense now. Hola, compadre. Hello. Yeah, sorry for the trash can, huh? I call cab for you. Take you wherever you want, on me.
Jeff, I'm pretty sure that's a leprechaun.
He's putting on a little green neck brace and taking pictures of his dust outline on my shed. And, well, should have really cleaned that before I let him go. I don't even know where he got that camera from. Oh, God, if he files a claim for this, that's it for me. No.
There wasn't dear life
Nope.
from love.
No way.
Took a whole shed
Time
to
to handle
house.
this the old-fashioned
His
way.
body be laid,
Amigo,
file a
no
claim,
need. No
and buy
pictures.
a straight
Here,
myself.
let's make this easier. Cash. Dinero.
Yeah.
Let's just take care of this. You and me. How about $20? 20 American dollars.
Jeff, I don't mind saying I'm disappointed. I really hope you'll realize that even though a windfall stroke of good fortune saved you this time, you carry the arabesque of your soul through every moment of your life. And if you don't shape and prune it for the better, you'll never truly appreciate what you do have and what's really important. Just think one more time of your girls, Jeff. Do the right thing. Jeff?
Sorry, what? I wasn't listening. I got him to walk away for $200, but then I bought the camera for $500. He palmed the film at some point, so I bought that for another $300. I'm out $1,000, but I think we're in the clear. Hey, amigo, the can lid. Little help? Yeah, toss that back. Damn.
Was that the lid?
There was a
I stepped on
broken
it.
hill there.
It's
A
styrofoam.
little bit worse for
He must
wear.
have switched them and I was too freaked out to notice. How'd he make such a perfect replica?
It was a leprechaun.
Leprechaun? Really? Host, just because he's from another country doesn't automatically make him a leper. You don't even have an HR department, do you? God, I envy you. You just let him fly all night and nobody says word one about it. What I wouldn't do to be back in the 80s.
Jeff, you don't sound all that mad about this.
What? Nah, I put myself through college with this same stunt. I really should have picked up on it. It's kind of endearing, actually. That little scamp would do great in finance. Anyway, we're all good here, so don't bother sending anyone out for the body. And I'm not paying for this quote.
That's not what we do
Okay,
here.
thanks.
Well, listeners, I think we can choose to call this one a happy ending and wish Jeff the best of luck with his upcoming trial. Also, should a small, strange man dressed in green lend his patronage to your place of business, I would, of course, encourage you to call in, because I'm sure I'm not alone in wondering what a leprechaun intends to do with a solid grand in cash.